Well, good morning, folks. It's Richard Gene here. It's a beautiful morning here on the Coosa River. I'm here in Gadsden, Alabama, and I'm just wanting to simply vertical jig and catch a few crappie. It's mid-August. The surface temperature this morning is 81 degrees on top. The water's not pulling. In other words, there's no current, dead water, but I believe we can still catch some crappie. Now, there's no doubt about that. Today I'm using a 6-foot long cadence rod, light action, and a cadence reel. Reel is loaded with 4-pound Mr. Crappie, and I'm using a 1/32 ounce jig head with a slab tail, a 1.75 slab tail, and I'll give you that color right here in just a second. Let's just get to fishing. Okay, it's the 1.75 Super Slab Tail. Wildcat is the name of the color, and it's blue and white. Blue and white this morning. The reason why I selected this color, folks, is the water's fairly clear. Now, for the Coosa River, it is. The Coosa River has stained water, and it's looking good. I like the color right here. No current this morning. What are we gonna do? Well, as you know, river systems, current is a plus. It positions fish. It don't matter if they're crappie or bass, catfish, or whatever, but let's put us a little attractant on here. Slab sauce, my favorite. Smells a lot like the power bait. There we go. There's the first crappie of the day. Come on in here. Black crappie. And he hit that funny. It wasn't a distinct boom. It was a boom boom. And I know why. We had a front last night. It was 50 degrees last night. Can you believe that? Right in the middle of August. And we had us a little front that come through. This morning when I woke up, it was 51 degrees. And now it's warmed up to probably about 62, probably. But that's a little black crappie. Little black Coosa River crappie. Go on back there. Get bigger. But he hit a little funny there. Not a distinctive boom. Let's make us another cast right there. Where there's one crappie, there should be another. Usually, that's one thing about these rivers. Current, no doubt, positions fish. Now, these fish could be just anywhere right now, roaming around. I'm gonna make another cast right here, right where that wind is coming around that corner. And then we'll go to another column. This one right here, I don't believe is holding fish. Okay. Let's move. There he is. Fish is fighting right here. No wonder it is a slabber. I mean a slab. I ain't got my net. Oh, me. Come on, let's see what we can do right here. Okay, that's a good fish right here. Good crappie. That fish right there go 12 inches at least. That's a good crappie right there. Good. But you know, let me get this jig out. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna let him go. He's gonna be fine. But you know, the activity level of these fish is real low. I mean real low. River systems, if there's no current, and you're fishing on dead water, these fish won't position like they should. In other words, eddy areas, like in behind these columns right here, it'll form an eddy, and that's your high percentage spot for these fish to accumulate. So what I'm having to do is vertical jig very, very slow to get these bass. But let's let this fish go. Okay, let's let him go right here. Tell you what, go on back there. That's a good fish right there. Okay, I'm gonna get back on this column. Now that fish was deeper. Okay, I believe I found the right depth. Being that the water's not moving, the shad, especially in the summertime, folks, when the water's hot, they'll go deep. Okay, and that fish right there was probably around 18 foot, which is deep for this river system. Usually I don't have to fish, but about 10 to 12 foot is pretty deep for me to fish, really, most of the time. But he was not active, and I just made him bite. Okay, I teased him. And the way I did that is just by keeping this jig real tight to the column, rubbing the column. And you can get a trigger like that. There we go. Come back. There we go. Milk runs. Back and forth, back and forth. Wait until a fish takes position. Now quit. And then get the hook in him. That's a little black crappie. He finned me right there. Boy, they got some sharp fins, folks. How many times has crappie finned you? That's why I handle them so gentle. Let's let him go right here. Okay. Now he hit pretty quick. Now, isn't it funny how the big crappie that I just caught was around 18 to 20 foot, but this one right here was about 7 foot deep. Now, let's talk about that. That's from that column right there to this one. That's the difference. Why is that? Well, that's the reason why it's hard to say, well, crappie's in this depth, crappie's in that depth. In the summertime, they could be anywhere. So that's the reason why I fish different all the time. I won't stick to one way of fishing as far as depth. There we go. There's a fish. Where you at, boy? Look at here, folks. I may have to show this one. I don't know if I will or not. It's a little blue cat. Hey, blue cat. Vertical jigging, and I caught me a blue cat. Ain't that pretty? Now that's pretty. Pretty little catfish. That makes me want to fish right here for catfish. Look how healthy that fish looks. Broad little devil, ain't he? Let's let him go. That may be in the... You know what? I've caught very few blue cat vertical jigging. Most of the time they're... But I catch a lot of... I'm admiring this little fish. Makes me want to go catfishing. I've caught a lot of channel cat doing this. Go on back in there. That's pretty. He thumped it too. It was a thump, no doubt about it type strike. Alright, I changed colors right there and I'm being successful now a little bit better. Anyway, this is a 1.75 super slab tail. Black melon seed is the color. They're liking it. It's just a kind of a dark green right here on the body, and the tail is just chartreuse with a little pepper in it. They're responding to it. It's one of them color things. They started pulling water, so the fish are starting to concentrate. You can see that current right there now. Of course, I'm in a different area, but I was poking around and all of a sudden they started pulling water. Now we've got a few fish right there, just real slow. It's a small bait, 1.75, that's 1.75 inches. Slow is the key in hot water, just like slow in extremely cold water is the key in my opinion. There we go. Yeah, crappie. Little black one there, Elmo. Let's catch us another one, folks. I'm sorry. I know how yous feel. Alright. Well, there he is. Okay. This is a lot better crappie. Oh! Hope I don't lose this fish right here. This is the first one that I've ever caught at Neely Henry. Golly. Now I'm excited. Come on in here. Yes, sir. Y'all look at it. There he is. The old stripe nose crappie. Now, golly bum, let's look at it. Now, is that not a beautiful sight? Beautiful sight. Now, that right there made it worth it coming out here today just because of this right here. I love to catch these fish. Now, Weiss Lake's got I catch quite a few over there, but I believe this is the first one here on this river. Beautiful fish. There's no way I would ever eat that. Hey, let's let him go. Golly, let's put him over here in the sun. Beautiful. I love him. Goodbye. My goodness. Hey, let's catch another. Let's get that jig back down there. That fish was on down there around probably 12 foot. Man, I love catching them things. Whoa! I like to let that one slip by me. Him was little, though, did he? Him was just a little bitty baby boy. Yes, him does. Goodbye. Him was little. Get him back down in there. Catches a fish. There. Haulage. There we go. Saw a little bit better fish right there, Elmo. Quit. You stop that. You're a bad, bad baby. You go on back there and get bigger than that right there. Here. Now, you was a baby. Well, folks, that's about the end of it today. Had a good time out here on the water. I had a little bit of a difficult time this morning catching them because the water wasn't moving, and then once they started generating power, well, then I started catching a few more fish. But special thanks. Okay. Well, what it is here, I get a lot of mail, and this one is from Tennessee, from Mr. Gary, and it's a letter and pictures in here that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. Okay, there's no doubt about that. Well, Gary's got 2 young sons, and they watch this channel. And so I'm going to give a special shout out to Gary Allen and Jeremiah for watching this channel. Boys, I appreciate the pictures right here. I'm going to keep them forever. Okay. They give me a beetle spin. and a pack of number 4 Aberdeen light wire hooks. I'm going to use them. There's no doubt there'll be fish caught with them hooks, and beetle spin too. But here's the pictures. I just wanted to share this. Okay. Dear Richard Gene, I like how you fish, and I want to fish with you. Love, Gary Allen. Okay. That's the first one. The second one is a picture of me holding up a fish. Can y'all see that? Alright. And I hope you get a fish, and I love you. From Jeremiah. Boys, I love y'all too, and thank y'all very much for watching this channel.
And remember, go fishing when you can.